Hi there, welcome to another video on math problem solving. This is Bharat Divyan from ZugZwang Academy, wishing you all a very happy new year. So for today's problem, I want to introduce a new methodology, a framework, if you will, that will help you solve a lot of number theory problems. So let's start with something which is commonly kind of used. It's called the Occam's razor. It's used in philosophy, it's used in logic. It's basically this. The simplest explanation that accounts for all facts is most likely correct. So in logic, whenever you have an argument or when you have a reasoning for multiple different ways of looking at something, Occam's razor is used as a way to tell, hey, maybe the simplest one is probably the correct one. You don't need to go in a complex, circuitous way to achieve your goals. There's also a Hamlin's razor. There are different kinds of other razors. There's also a guillotine, a fence, a broom, an Occam's broom, as also a flaming laser sword. So it got me curious, asking, why is it called a razor? What's the reason behind calling it a razor? And then why are these other things which also have elements of, say, cutting and killing part of logic? The reason why it's called a razor is because it's a tool. It's a thinking tool, a tool for kind of clarifying your thought process and thinking. And the reason why it's called a razor is because you chop off everything else that doesn't make sense to arrive at the correct one. In other words, it exemplifies this particular logical framework which says elimination of the unwanted would leave what is really wanted. Right? So that's the idea of calling it a razor. So a guillotine follows the same thing. You cut off things. Broom is something you sweep off the unwanted stuff. The fence and laser sword, all indicating different logical techniques, thought pattern techniques that will help you deal with over information, right? And which is the bane of today's existence. There's just too much information, you don't know what to do with it. So having your own heuristics, having your own razors and guillotines and fence and broom and laser swords and whatnot will ensure that you can get rid of everything else that doesn't matter to you, eliminate everything that really is noise, so that you can arrive at the signal. How does this apply to math? Let's look at the problem for today and see how we can apply this. This is the ZugZwang razor method, or the filter method. So the problem is, what's the largest three-digit number whose sum of digits is 19 and product of digits is 216? Okay, so sum of the digits is 19 and the product of the digits is 216. Now, the way I want you to think about it is, let's first think about how many different numbers even exist. So what is the total universal space? So the total space starts from 100, which is the smallest three-digit number, till 999, which is the largest three-digit number. So in total, there are about 900 numbers. But our answer has 1. So you have to find a way to eliminate 899 of them, right? Because you want to arrive at 1, and a three-digit number is essentially 900. So this is a classical over information problem. So we need to have certain filters or razors to ensure that you chop off all the unnecessary ones. So for example, the first razor that you can have, or the filter that you can have, is that the sum of the digits, right? The sum of the digits should be 19. How many such numbers can even fit in? So for example, I could have 9 as one of the digits, leaving the other two digits to add up to 10, which means I could have, say, an 8 and a 2. This is one possibility. So every combination of this, there'll be 6 such combinations of these 3 digits, would follow the first razor, but everything else can be eliminated. So for example, if somebody said, okay, what do I do with 1, 2, 3? You eliminate it because it doesn't add up to 19. The second razor of filter is the product razor, right? So product of the digits is 216. So let's do a quick prime factorization of that. 216 divided by 2 is 108, divided by 2 is 54, divided by 2 is 27, which is nothing but 3 cubed. So, in other words, 216 can be written as 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, so what are the different ways in which you can combine this to form digits? So, for example, you could have 3 times 3 as 9, 2 times 3 as 6, and 2 times 2 is 4. So, 4, 6, and 9 is one possibility. You could also have 2 into 2 into 2 as 1. So, 8 is one of the digits, 3 is one of the digits, and 9 is the other digit. So, either this or this, which means 12 numbers in total, could potentially form all of them, and everything else can be removed because it doesn't work out. So, for example, if you take 982 here and you multiply that out, you realize that you won't get the answer because it is 144 and not 216. That's why you can eliminate 982. And similarly, you could also eliminate this one because 8 plus 3 is 11, 11 plus 9 is 20 and not 19. So a combination of these two filters, a combination of both the razors, will eliminate all of that to ensure that you arrive at this answer, because 4 plus 6 plus 9 is 19, 4 times 6 times 9 is 216. So you have arrived at a smaller subset. So 4, 6 and 9 are the digits. So, but still you have 6 possibilities. So you could have 469, you could have 496, you could have 649, 694, and 964, 946. 6 possibilities. And this is where you need the third razor, the third filter, which is, it says what is the largest. So if you have a combination of 6 numbers, you need to go to the largest one. Right? So is it possible to do the largest one here? Yes, the answer is 964. Therefore, 964 is the only 3-digit number out of 900 possible ones. After having eliminated 899 different numbers thanks to the 3 razors, 964 follows everything. Why? Because 9 times 6 times 4, which is 6 times 4 is 24, 24 times 9 is 216. Razor 2 works. 9 plus 6 is 15, 15 plus 4 is 19. Razor 1 works. It's the largest possible number with these combination of digits, which is also works largest. And therefore, you can essentially say, by applying these 3 filters or applying the razor to remove all the other things, you have come to the conclusion of 964 being the answer. Now, this is a methodology, the methodology of elimination, methodology of clarity that can be used in number theory. It can be applied in chess. It can be applied in life. I hope you found this video insightful, informative, and interesting. If so, please do like, share, and subscribe without fail. And I'll see you in the next video. Wishing you all a very happy 2025.